Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Toy Geek Maniac. I am your host, Chad Miller. As of this episode, I've been having difficulties with maintaining my studio displays. And one of the funny things is that while I have my studio here, my husband also has his work office over here. So we decided that we didn't want our cats to be able to be allowed in this room for the sake of, one, for my displays, and for two, to have them make messes or anything like that here in the studio office. And and no matter what display that I try to create, this building is a little bit old, probably older than I am, by quite a few years. They just renovated, and floors are still very shaky, or creaky I should say, and so if you step heavily, things can shift, and that's what I'm finding in creating or curating these displays. Gem and the holograms seem pretty fine right here. Right now, this is my Age of Apocalypse shelf, which you can't see a whole lot of because things have fallen over and whatnot. And then two shelves below, I have my Marvel Legends MCU, and that continuously falls apart. So I'm doing my best to try to make things stay more in put, or put in place. As you've seen in past videos, I also have another set of shelves that I've used behind me, and there haven't been so many issues with those per se, but still there are issues. And I'm trying to come up with better action figure stands and things that are a little bit more stable to keep everything in place. So yeah, but that is all just nonsense right now because I have a great figure to display for you right now, and it is the last of the second wave of Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse figures, which was gifted to me by one of you subscribers out there who just wants to go by Scott. And so that is Iceman. So this is the Age of Apocalypse version of Iceman, also known as Bobby Drake, one of the 5 founding members of the X-Men in regular continuity. It's been a long time since I've read the Age of Apocalypse, so I'm not sure if he's still an original member or not, but this figure looks just amazing. So I'll go ahead and get into the articulation. It doesn't have much of a pivot back and forth to the head. He's got a great look down, a decent look up, of course you can look side to side. There's great attention to detail on his shoulder slash back. It does not seem to be removable like the previous Iceman in the Marvel Legends series. A good lateral lift in the arm, obviously a shoulder pivot. We get a bicep turn, a multifunctional double jointed elbow, and a good flex in the hands. He has a great crunch forward, and there's no real gappage in the back when you do that. His crunch back is really decent, and there's actually a little bit of gappage there, but because of the paint application, you can't really tell, and that's really cool. He does have a waist turn. The lateral lift in the leg is pretty typical. There is a thigh turn, a multi-purpose double jointed knee, no boot turn, which is great, flex forward in the foot, flex back, and then the side to side pivot. So his only accessories are a set of interchangeable hands, which demonstrate the extent of his powers and what he's able to do with his body in regard to ice. It was discovered that Iceman was, or is, an Omega level mutant, which means he's one of the most powerful mutants in existence. That was really demonstrated well in the Age of Apocalypse storyline. It got touched on at the time in regular continuity. However, after that, I'm not entirely sure where that has gone. One thing I want to talk about is the paint application on this figure. He's primarily translucent, but he gets nice little frosty areas to his paint job that just look amazing, and it just makes this figure stand out so extremely well. And I'm also not sure if they touched on this. I know the comics have returned to the Age of Apocalypse every once in a while since its debut. In regular continuity, Iceman was outed as being gay, so I don't know if they've touched on that on the Age of Apocalypse storyline or not. Not that it matters. Well, I mean, it does matter, but representation is very, very important. So I'm super excited to have this figure in the collection, and it nearly completes my Age of Apocalypse line of Marvel Legends figures, because we have the rest of the Age of Apocalypse version of Colossus, the Build-A-Figure, and I will get into that